Hi, I'm Brandon Eichner reporting for the Lone Star Conference. Thanks for joining us. This week on the Lone Star Conference All Access here at Angelo State, we're going to be looking at the track and field programs, what they've done to get ready for this season, and also what they're doing to prepare for the Lone Star Conference Championships.
Well, we have gotten off to a pretty decent start. We've had 3 outdoor meets underneath our belts now, and of course the women are coming off our indoor season. Every year with our kids, we talk about focusing upon April and May. That's when we want to be good. That's when we start going to some of our better meets. Obviously, our home meets during that time, and then the conference meet we pick up in May as well as the national meet. But we work hard throughout the fall, work as much as we can to get ready so that when we start going to meets that we've got enough foundation that allow us to compete and be able to still be standing when it comes time to get to the conference championship and the national championships.
We did a lot of strength work with me. I did a lot of throws with medicine balls and stuff like that to get strong for the javelin, a lot of weightlifting. Try to get in much shape as I can run-wise.
Oh, well, I kind of changed it up this year. I had a bad season. Well, not a bad season, but it didn't go as well as I wanted to last year. So I just came up with a lot more intensity than I did last year from the start.
Preparing for this season, it was a lot of weight training and a lot of endurance work. A lot of conditioning and weight training was definitely the big part of my off season.
Well, I think I've said this before, and people have heard me say it before. We do focus on April and May, and so if we get any qualifying marks early in the year, then it's kind of icing on the cake. Although we expect to get some, usually early in the year, our field event kids are typically ones that are ready to hit qualifying marks in March and in late February, and we've been able to do that.
I think that our field event people are really well off this year. It's pretty much the same ones that have came through, and we got a few new ones, and they seem to know what they're doing and pick up things well. So,
kind of been working a lot more on my technique than actual just strength, how I used to be. So just getting across the ring better and staying on my right, and it's just made a big difference in disc, shot, and jab.
So far, I believe I'm on schedule, if not ahead of schedule. A lot further than what I was jumping last year at this time, and I'm just hoping to progress on those marks that I've already hit.
Thoughts on the season? It's going good. We've had 3 outdoor meets so far, so it's going well. We've had a lot of people provo, so that's always good. Techniques would probably, or what I'm working on, probably be to learn how to strategize my races well and run smart. Triple jump, just try to get better every day, and phase work and approach work and making my run consistent.
Most definitely, I think anytime you're a defending champion, much less a 3-time defending champion, there's going to be a big target on your back. And we talked about that with the girls, that, hey, we want to win 4 in a row. That's our expectation. We want to win 4, but we know that it's going to be very difficult. Lone Star Conference and track and field is predominantly a very, very strong conference in the nation. When you start looking at the lists, you're going to see a host of Lone Star Conference kids all over the national list. Abilene Christian obviously is a perennial powerhouse and a big rival of ours in the conference. West Texas A&M, they're in their 3rd year now, and those kids that they brought in as freshmen 3 years ago are starting to put up some really good marks, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. And then Incarnate Word came in last year, and they're bringing quite a bit to the meet as well. And Commerce, we just haven't seen them in person, but we've seen some of their marks on the list, and they've got some kids. We've run up against Tarleton 2 or 3 times now, and it's always a slugfest when we go against those guys. So very, very difficult task to win the Lone Star Conference Championship as a team, but that is our expectation, and that's what we're going to be shooting for in May.
Well, they have a lot of good throwers, Tarleton, West Texas. So, it's going to be some good competition, but either way, I'm up to it.
ACU, of course, is always our big competition, is what I've heard, and then WT, so we're excited about it, ready to compete against them. Everybody's fighting for it, so it's going to be fun and competitive.
Well, with the guys, obviously, that's our goal as well. We want to win the conference championship. That's something that we're going to try to aspire to every single year here at Angelo State University. And with the guys, we've won the conference before. It's been a long time since we've been able to stand on top of the podium. We've come close several times the last few years, and finished 2nd last year. We're going to be looking to try and win it again. Obviously, with the 2-time defending national champion in your conference, it's difficult, but not something that we hadn't faced before. Obviously, you mentioned Jacob. He's going to be a big player for us. Austin is returning All-American, is going to be a big player for us. I think we're going to have to get some help out of our upperclassmen. When we look at Stormy Smothers in the multi-events and Shane Holmes in the multi-events, look at Jeff Jones in the hurdles. We look at Isidro Garcia, Robbie Thayer, and some of those sprinter guys on the track. Those guys are going to have to come through for us. We've got some help in the throws this year. Keaton Hatch, sophomore, is throwing really well this year, and then we've got a transfer kid, Sean Reagan, that's bringing us some strength there in the throws as well. And we're going to depend upon those guys to put some points together. The distance crew has always been there for us, and this year, coming off probably our strongest cross-country season in the last few years, and Brian Barker's a big reason for that. He's a grad student that's got eligibility left, and he's running extremely well right now, so we'll expect him to jump up and score some points for us.